everybody. This is Kevin Davison, your host for Kevin's Corner, real estate from a marketing perspective, and this is episode number 64. We're getting up there on episodes, shooting for 100, but that won't happen until next year. Now, I always start the podcast off by letting everybody know that if you're a real estate agent or a vendor that operates in the Fort Bend County area and you want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527. Or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com and we'll get you on the calendar. And I can't do this podcast if it wasn't for my support staff, my support team, which is Jennifer Smitis, the area vice president, Caitlin Kornick and Devin, the escrow officers here in the Sugar Land area, and Wendy Santana in the Richmond area office, as well as all of their assistants and our front desk staff and funders and everybody that works at our two offices. So if you're not using Stewart Title for your title services, at the end of the podcast, I'll say shame on you.
Shout out to Wendy.
Shout out to Wendy. There
yes.
you go. So let's get started. So this is episode number 64. I have two real estate agents on the podcast today. One is a returning guest who seems like, based on her energy, is going to do a lot better this time than she did last time. And this is Demetria Guidry.
That's correct.
Who is first timer on the podcast, but we've known each other for about a year and a half, or give or take, and everything. She's also a client of ours.
Yes.
So why don't you tell everybody who you are, who you're with, and we'll start there.
Okay, well, thank you, Kevin, for having me today. My name again is Demetria Guidry. I am with the real estate group R, Alexa, and they've been around for, I want to say, about 15 years. The broker, she's kind of dabbled in several different avenues of real estate. She's done mortgage, she's done loan officer, she's done title, broker now for about 15 or plus years. I love the business. I'm here to serve my clients. I've been doing it now for about 10 years, and I do it full time.
Where does the broker have a brick and mortar office?
Yes, we are off of kind of like the Bel Air and 610 area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so let's tell everybody about you. So have you always been a real estate agent? What were you doing before you got into real estate?
So I've always pretty much been in sales. I've done sales for AT&T for about 8 years. Prior to that, I was with Sprint for about 9 years. And then one day, a friend of mine told me about real estate, and I was like, I think I could do that. It's still sales. Yeah. And I've done that now. Like I said, I'm on my 10th year. I was on a couple of different teams. Mm-hmm. When I first started, I was on the Victor Short team at KW Signature for about 2.5 years. And sending them my condolences. Miss Patricia's no longer here with us. And she was just like a really, really great mentor to me. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I went on to kind of coordinate and start up the Triverity Group with Keller Williams Signature as well for Crispin Reyna. And I was on that team for about 3 years. We grew it to about 15 agents. And then, of course, COVID came and kind of dismantled a lot of that. Yeah, really? Yeah. And that's okay. Things happen with a purpose.
COVID broke up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it came with a vengeance there. And since then, now I've just kind of gone on my own and created my own entity. And I have one wonderful partner on my team. She's unable to be here today, but
we'll have to get her in next time.
Yeah, we'll bring her in next time, and I would love to introduce her to you guys, and that's it.
So your brokerage is in the Bel Air area. What area of town do you specialize in? What area of town do you like to do your real estate in? Not that you wouldn't help somebody in some other part of Houston, but what's your area of expertise?
I kind of focus a lot on the north, believe it or not. I live here in the Sugar Land, Rosenberg area, but a lot of my clientele, they love the north. Really? And if they love it, that's where I'm going. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
What made you? I know you said you were in sales, and you someone told you about being a real estate agent or real estate. And you said, I think I can do that. What about being in real estate made you decide to make a career change? Because making a career change is not an easy decision to make.
It really is not. When I decided to really dive deep into it, it was part-time at first. I had my daughter, and I wanted the flexibility of the scheduling to be able to pick her up from school, drop her off, attend any school events that she may have had. And from there, I just drove in and decided to do it full time.
Really? Did you find it difficult going through the exam process and all that stuff?
No, it was kind of streamlined back then. I don't know about now. Those four people now, I heard they have catching, some trouble. But back then it was really kind of simple to kind of get in, take your course, study, go for the exam, state, national, and pass it from there.
What kind of agent are you? Do you prefer leases, listings, buys, investors?
I was a buyer's agent. As I mentioned, I was on two separate teams. I was a buyer's agent for some time. Preferably, I prefer listings, only because I believe I can get more personable with the clients. Like, what are you listing? Typically, they're always going somewhere else.
Right.
They're selling, and they're not always moving out of the state. They would just want maybe bigger, better. Maybe sometimes they want to downsize. And I feel I can venture more into that with listings. So I prefer listings. Again, I help everybody.
Of course. So tell everybody about how you handle your real estate business. And what I mean by that is when someone approaches you needing real estate, no matter what kind of real estate it is, how do you handle the first initial meeting? What can they expect from you?
The first meeting is always really, really imperative. I like to do a face-to-face. I'm not really a over the phone or text message type of person.
Unless I have to get you here. But.
Right. You better respond. Or you just show up.
Are you coming?
Right. I prefer to meet, even if it's at a coffee shop. If they don't want to come to the office, I can do a meet in the middle, coffee shop somewhere. I do a lot of those. Starbucks is like my best friend. We go there all the time, and just do a face-to-face because I feel like you get to really learn your client, get to know your client. You're more personable. You can ask those questions versus just on the phone or Zoom. And a lot of people prefer that, believe it or not.
Since you prefer listings, right? Listings,
yes.
What would you tell somebody right now, based on the way the economy is, the market is, everything that's going on, that asks you, is it a good time to sell my house?
I would just say, let's look into the equity first. Okay. Let's see what you have. Then that will determine if this is the right time for you or not. Because not everyone, I have a client who's, maybe it's been a little over a year and a half, but she wants to move on to something better. Equity's not quite there. So it just depends. Let's see what kind of equity you have.
How do you feel about the market? I mean, if someone was to come to you and want to list their property, what kind of expectations would you tell them about time on the market and, how close to your asking price you might get and things like that?
Well, we would definitely go over all that through the listing agreement, and I would fully explain to them, hey, in your neighborhood, it's X amount of days, that's showing up on the CMA, and this is what we can anticipate. This is what we can expect. Worst case scenario, maybe this. Don't be afraid of reducing it after 2 weeks on the market. No offers, no showings. That's just common these days.
So what is for you in your real estate world, what is the days on market right now?
It just depends. Some neighborhoods you're getting 30 days. Yeah. Sucks,
it's
but
not like what it was in COVID.
No, there's no 1-2 days in the market.
I just listed it. It's already sold.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that's what I'm noticing too. So the number of agents that I work with that have contracts has not gone down.
Right.
But the frequency of them coming into me has drastically gone down. Yeah. Because it's taken longer for houses to sell. Right. I talk to agents all the time. I'm like, Kevin, I got one. It's yours, but I need a buyer.
I know. As soon as I get it, I promise I'm coming.
I can't send you the contract if I don't have a buyer.
Right.
And then on the other hand, there are agents that we have a contract with, and we can't close it fast enough. It's just the other side of the spectrum. Right. So let's talk about a little bit you and your business. This is a marketing podcast, so yes. You've been an agent for 10 years. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of your business has been from referrals. Yeah. But is there anything else that you've done to market your business over the last 10 years?
Of course, the Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I did look into that. I think it's Bigger Pocket.
Bigger Pockets.
Yes.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I just looked into that, signed up for that here recently. And, of course, the infamous Google My Business, of course.
It's not infamous. It's a necessity.
It's a necessity. He's right. So, yeah, that's kind of how I go about marketing, and, of course, the referrals from.
So tell everybody real quick, because this is something that most agents don't know about, and it drives me crazy. Tell everybody what Bigger Pockets is.
It's basically a platform of investors who are out there to just assist you if you have questions, if you want to get into investing, if you know of investors that know what kind of deals they're looking for, that's where you should go. Gain a lot of information from there.
Right. And you can join the platform,
yes,
not being an investor.
Correct.
To just, you can post on there that you're the expert about things.
Correct.
Don't advertise your business.
No.
They won't let you do that unless you're on the paid version. But if you're on the free version, basically anything you would post on social media, post it on Bigger Pockets, and eventually an investor will reach out to you.
Yep.
And that's how you gain more business. It's much like being on Facebook, but not as cumbersome.
Right.
There's not as many buttons and things
yes,
to do.
Exactly.
But it's a social media platform basically for just real estate related people.
Correct.
So she found out about it. She got on it. You should too.
Absolutely.
Google My Business. Everybody, if you're running your own business, you need a Google My Business page.
Yes.
If you don't have one, and you have a Gmail account.
He's the man.
And if you have a Gmail account, you got one. You just ain't set it up yet. You don't know about it. So give me a call and I'll help you set that up. Going forward, what are some marketing techniques or campaigns or ideas you think you might want to try that you haven't done?
I have not utilized like the drip campaign, I'll be honest, in a while. Mm-hmm. I need to get back on that. I know it works. Done that before several years, especially being on the team. They were notorious for the drip campaigns. And then simply like door knocking. I know it's 100 degrees outside, but
wait a few months.
Yeah, maybe like October, get back into doing the door knocking. Again, that's another face-to-face communication. People love that. Mm-hmm. So those are two things.
The drip campaigns, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically just an email that goes out in a specific time constantly in the future. So once a month, every month for the next 2, 3, 4 years. And it's a very easy way to promote your business and yourself. In order to do drip campaigns, you have to be using a CRM.
Yeah.
So it definitely works. Yeah. Believe me. Something you haven't mentioned that I'm surprised you haven't mentioned yet, knowing me, farming.
Oh yeah.
But you did say door knocking.
Right, which is a form of it.
It's a form of it, yes. But farming is where you come to someone like me, you get a list of addresses with the names of the homeowners and maybe the emails and addresses or phone numbers of them, and you just market to them.
Right.
But it's also a great way if you get the email addresses to pad your CRM.
Right.
So awesome. Well, I hope you do some of those things in the future.
I will.
Do you have? So you're with the broker.
Yes.
Do you have a company name yourself?
Yes, I do have my own entity within our Alexa group. It's called Elite Real Estate Services Group. Mm-hmm. And again, it's my partner, Chelsea Waters, and I, just the two of us.
That name sounds very familiar.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't met her before?
She may have taken one of your classes.
She may have taken one of my
classes.
Yeah. Okay. She'll probably walk in and go, oh my God,
like it's Kevin.
Yeah. Awesome. So if I'm out there in the world and I need a real estate person and I go online, because everybody goes online now to find people, and I run across you online and your marketing online leads me to believe that you're an expert and I want to talk to you. What is, if you're talking to that person or anybody else out there that it will need real estate in the future, what is it? What's something about you, about Demetria, that you want the whole world to know as far as how you conduct your business?
I conduct my business in a way that's with integrity. I'm passionate about what I do. I don't just do this just for a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I do this because this is everyone's livelihood, and I do know and feel that will show and reflect on my business.
And you're a full-time agent, right?
Full-time agent, yes.
So, go ahead.
Oh, that was
That's
it.
What? Tell everybody how to get a hold of you. What's your?
You can find me on LinkedIn, Demetria Guidry, or Facebook, Demetria Guidry as well. Instagram.
YouTube.
No, I don't have YouTube.
I got it.
He
again.
stopped
It's
me.
twice.
He stopped me again. I don't have YouTube, but I will create it, and this will be my first video.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Your phone number.
My phone number to be reached is 713-826-5779.
And last question for you: the brokerage you're with and or your team, are you guys looking for any more agents? Are you looking to grow the team?
Yes, both. Our Alexa group is always looking to expand, buyer's agent, listing agents, either or. And for my separate team, we are looking for assistance with like showings at this time.
All right. So if you and your brokerage you're independent, right?
Correct.
So if I join your brokerage, I can run my own business, do my own thing, and
Absolutely.
okay. So if you're a real estate agent out there that's either brand new and looking for a home, or you are looking for a new home, give her a call. At least coffee and questions is
That's
not cost anything, and the coffee's going to cost you $25, but the questions are free. She'll give you answers, and maybe it's a good fit.
Yeah.
Give everybody your phone number one more time.
Phone number to be reached is 713-826-5779.
If you need a great real estate agent with over 10 years experience, call Demetria.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Kevin.
All right, we'll see you back here in just a second for segment number 2 with Irene Uribe, the